following session was recorded live in San Antonio, Texas for the 2003 CALLERLAB Conference. This is tape number 19, How to Prompt Contra.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, we are in the states of technology challenges. This is the How to Prompt Contra at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning here at CALLERLAB in 2003. And I am Bob Riggs. And we have a panel this morning to challenge us and teach us, and so we can learn more on the techniques and the application of how we go about presenting contra dances. And the panel is made up of myself from Denver, Colorado, who started out as a square dance caller and throughout the course of my history has learned some rudiments of prompting contra, and my other two, my panelists here this morning have a wealth of knowledge. First of all, Mr. Stu Shacklette. He is a past member of the board of CALLERLAB, a past and current member of the Contra and Traditional Committee. He is 6 times the past president of the Kentucky Callers Association. He is currently the director of the Kentucky Dance Institute, which is celebrating their 50 years this year. And he is the president of the Kentucky Dance Foundation. And I think I got them all, but I'm not sure. Anyway, as you can tell, the man has done a few things in his life, and he's going to do a few more. The second panelist here is Mr. Bob Howell. And I didn't get enough time to talk with him, but I know he's been publishing the Easy Level column in American Square Dance for how many years, Bob? 35 years. More than and I'm sure he has a few credentials of his own that he just never tells me about, because he's a pretty modest guy. Anyway, so to start off this morning, we thought we'd I wanted to say a couple of words because I'm going to let these guys do most of the talking, but from the point of view of if you're a current square dance caller and you think you've got that down pretty good and you want to expand into contra, the primary comments I wanted to make is just like in square dancing, in order to prompt contra, you have to understand the dance. You have to understand the formations that you're going to go through, and you need to do that research. And Stu will mention some sources of information where you can get more information about formations and about the dances that are written. Probably Bob and Stu will both mention that. You need to become intimately familiar until it is in your bones, the nature of the music. And I know Stu over there has something he's going to work with, and you'll get a chance to experience some of the nature of the music. You need to become familiar with the terminology and the choreography that is done within the contra formation. And so thinking about that, and you'll see some of that. So the terminology. And almost most importantly of anything, you need to be aware of the timing. Because the timing between what we use in modern Western square dancing and what you use in contra dancing is significantly different. Also, I know we won't cover it today, but you should be aware of the fact that the contra dance has styling that is different than modern Western square dancing, and you should be aware of that fact. And as you observe contra dancing and contra dancers, you will see that their styling is significantly different, and that affects how the dance comes across and how you present the dance. So, I will jump back in here now and then, but let me turn it over to Stu, and if he'd like to start. You want this mic? Yeah. Okay, and let him do this. I know he did this, some of this presentation he did at the National Square Dance Convention last summer, and so he's done this before.
Normally at the national conventions, they allow me 2 hours to do this presentation, so we're going to compress it into about 20 minutes here for you, okay? So think fast and listen in a hurry. Bob talked about music. You know, every piece of music is not suitable for contra. And you've got to know your music before you start using it. Many tunes are recorded. Of course, the standard tune is 64 counts. But many of them are recorded where they go through 5.5 times. What will that do to your dance? You end right in the middle of it. You don't finish that sequence because you've only gone through 5.5 times. So it's important for you to look at your music and to check to find out how many times you're going to go through and whether it ends at the end of the musical phrase. Normally, we have a standard A, B, B. The phrases are listed as A and B. And A is played twice, 16 counts twice, it's 32 counts. And if you look on that little handout that you got, everybody's got one, I hope, on the first page it talks about the 64 count phrases. So A is played twice, you got A1 and A2 for 32 counts. Then you got a B1 and a B2 for 32 counts, giving us a total of 64. And then the whole thing starts over. A, B, B, A, B, B. Now when you're listening to music, you've got to identify this to see if we've got A's and B's. And it's difficult to use some of the music because we don't have this particular sequence. And I'm going to show you some of that music in just a moment. But if you look down below where it says counting phrases, what I'd like for you to do is to count with me when I play some music here. And I only want you to count the first 4 beats. The first 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Only the first 4 beats. Okay, let me play something here and see what we got. And this don't go very long, so. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to stop this and I want you to listen now for the part A and the part B and see what we have. Let's see. This, let me go to one that's got it. Yeah, number 2. Okay, listen to part A and part B. Still A2. We're changing to part B now. Listen to the difference. Different tune. That's played for 16. And then you come back and repeat that for 16. And if you listen to your music, you can hear this and recognize it and use that type of music. But if you get something that's kind of weird on the... Can we turn that up a little bit, Bob? Let me go back and get the beginning on this. Okay, A, B, B. I want you to listen part. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's A1. 2. Different music, same music, but breaks out different. And B2. Next 8 counts, finishes B2, go back to A. Okay? Good. what I want you to do, I want you to listen to this one and tell me, is there anybody that cannot identify the phrases A and B now? But I want you to listen to this one and tell me what you hear. And you've got to analyze your music. You've got to listen to your music. You've got to check it out to be sure it's got the right amount of phrases for your dance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what do we got? A, all the way down the line. It's total A from beginning to end. How can you phrase a contra with a tune that goes like this? Now, you can use it, but you don't know where you're going to end up unless you go through and count the A-count phrases to know where your dance is going to end in the middle of it. So I stay away from stuff like that. I love to find things that have a part A, 1 and 2, a part B, 1 and 2, and it breaks out even. It stops. It don't play 7.5 sequences, but 7 times through and stop. And you've got to check your... Are lights going on and off? Is that just me? Okay. I thought I was seeing that. I didn't bring my glasses, so... Okay. But you've got to check your music, and you've got to use your music. Now, in using your music, the phrases that you give, the commands, have got to be given in 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember we counted earlier where we did the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing? Okay, you've got to learn to give the command in those nothing counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, face your corner, do, si, do. So the 5, 6, 7, and 8, the last part of the musical phrase, is what you're using to give the command to allow the dancer to start on the first beat of the next musical phrase. So it's extremely important to get your command out in those 4 commands. Now, you'll find that you can adjust and modify these. If it's a ladies' chain, you don't have to say, same 2 ladies chain across. You can say, ladies' chain, and use only the 7th and 8th. But you've got to practice that so that you can get it into the right time. You can't let it slop over. In this program that ContraLab has, which is a self-paced how to prompt contra, and it can be purchased through ContraLab, the last session has a actual command for the person who's doing the program to call and send the tape in, record the tape, and send it in, and then we review the tape and critique it and send it back to them. And I had a gentleman that sent me a tape, and the first 7 sequences of the dance, perfect. Man, right on the beat, part A, part B, right on down the line. When he got to the 8th sequence, he added 2 words to the phrase. Instead of saying, face your corner, do, si, do, now face your corner, do, si, do. And he added that 1 word, and every time he did a sequence, he got 1 more count out of the phrase. And after about 10, 12 phrases, of course, he was 12 beats out of the music phrase. So it's important not to do that. Don't add words on it like you do in square dancing where you have patter that you want to add to it. Don't do that. Stay with the musical phrases and stay with your commands. And you've got to be very strict about that. And on this first page, you see a number of commands you can give in the 4 counts. And these are things for you to practice on at home in your spare time. You might just play some music and try these things. These are the types of things that you'll find pretty much in contra. Did you get a handout, honey? We got a gentleman up here in the front who didn't get a handout. Now, on the back of that first page, you see the breakout of much of the music that I have here. And that one that I played was all A, was number 29, which was Ruby. And it was on a scope label, and it's all A's. So you want to try to eliminate that. But the other ones here, you have A, B, B, Haymaker's Jig, That's a good one. The Fisher's Hornpike is a good one because you've got the AABB. But try to stay away from things that have not a standard 64 count arrangement, so that your dance is going to end. Normally your dances, there are a few now that are not 64 counts. You'll find some that go longer, but you have to find special music for those, and you can find a lot of Scottish and English tunes that will accommodate some of those strangers, but there are not that many of them around. Most all of them are 64 counts. So the third page, fourth page, there are some tunes that are used by contra leaders and the record numbers, and you can probably approach any of the record dealers and find out those. On the next page is the contra dance music from the Kentucky Dance Foundation. Those are all Michael Herman records, and those are available through the foundation. The last few pages in this thing is a glossary of terms. Someone asked a question earlier. There's two definitions of a right and left through. He says he don't understand what the right and left through is in one and the other. Well, normally in contra dancing, in the New England area, the dancers will not touch hands on the right and left. And they don't call it right and left through, they'll call it rights and lefts. And sort of going back to sort of English type tunes, but many of the English dances have right and lefts rather than right and left through. Now normally the right and left is 16 counts, normally over and back. But a right and left through in square dancing is only 8 counts. And in your contras, you've got to look at the numerical sequence out in front, tell you how many counts are used for this particular thing to know whether it's over and back or just over and then wait for another call type of thing. So it's important to recognize that when you're analyzing calls that you want or dances that you want to use. And through this glossary of terms, this glossary of terms comes from the ContraLab self-paced program. So those are the ones that have been viewed and reviewed and unviewed by all of the folks in ContraLab, and with the feedback that we got from everybody, this is all the additions and corrections that were sent to us. So it is pretty up to beat. You also should have received a small little card, flip card thing. If you don't have one, raise your hand, my wife will get it to you. This is a way for you to learn how to prompt a contra without too much problem. If you look at the practice dance and have page 1 showing under there, so all you can see is intro, face your corner, do-si-do. And what you do is take your music and practice face your corner, do-si-do on the last 4 counts of the musical phrase. Don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I want you to practice that. Let me find some music here. See if we can find something with an introduction. Well, I'm not sure which one I had marked for this. Let's try number 20. I think that might have. Doesn't have an introduction. And it's best to find music with introduction when you first start, because if you don't have an introduction, then you got to give the command before the actual music starts and say, when the music starts, do this. And then when it starts, yes, question? Sure. Okay. Now, in the program that if you get it from ContraLab, you'll find that one section, one whole lesson is devoted to formations. And majority of the dances we do today are what we call improper. Improper duple. 2 couples working together with one of the couples crossed over. So you have a boy-girl facing a boy-girl situation. And it's an improper because somebody's crossed over, and it's duple because two couples are working together. So you had normally the first couple would cross over, so you'd have a gent with a lady on his left side at the beginning of the set, and the lady at the beginning of the set would have a man on her right side. And every other couple then would be working together, so you got two couples here. And after you do a sequence of the dance, the first couple would have moved down one position. Bob's going to get you up here, and you'll be able to see this with actual dancers doing this in a moment. But the sequence of the calls in a contra are designed to move the working couple down one place and finish. Then when they start the sequence again, they're working with a new couple below them. And that's basically what you've got here in this little dance that we're going to do. Let me find some music. This has got an introduction to it, so you can give your command, your first command. Stop. You give your first command on the introduction. So you say, face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2. All right, let's all do that together. Let's say, face your corner and do, si, do. Wait for the music. Do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when you get to the point where you feel comfortable, and you can do this without thinking about it and without having to look at your notes, and you say, hey, I'm ready to go. Flip the number 1 page down, and you see that we have 2 commands. Same lady, swing and whirl. Now, some people say, well, I don't like that swing and whirl. Okay, same lady, swing that girl. I don't care what you say, but say it in 4 counts. So we're going to give 2 commands this time. We're going to say, face your corner, do, si, do on the introduction, count 4, and then give the second command and count 4 and go back to the first command again. Okay, so we're only 2 commands. Whoops. There we go. Face your corner and now. Face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same lady, swing and whirl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Face your corner, do, si, do. Face your corner, do, si, do. Okay, to expedite things, I know I'm taking up a lot of time here, and I don't mean to monopolize the time because I know Bob's got a lot of good stuff. Fold down page number 2 and go to number 3, and you see down the center 4 and line. That's the next command that we want to give in 4 counts. So we're only going to give these 3 in sequence. Don't go any further than these 3. All right? And again, we'll listen to the music and go from there. Ready? Face your corner, do, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. All of you are giving it at the right time. And that's the last 4 counts of the musical phrase. Okay? Now, we want to add another call. So flip down page 3, and you should have page 4 showing, and it says down the center 4 in line, wheel around, come back to place. All right? So we're going to give 4 commands this time. Same music, same thing. Ready? Wheel around, come back to the place, back to the beginning. Face your corner. Okay, now if you practice this until you become comfortable, now anything that you're doing in learning a skill or knowledge, as long as you do it long enough to become comfortable in your own opinion that, hey, I can do this, then you don't have to practice anymore. Go to the next step or the next call. And if you do this with any call that you're going to work on, you'll find that it'll do good for you. We're going to add 2 commands now. After we come back to place, we're going to bend the line ladies chain, and then the next command will be same ladies chain back. Okay? We're using the same music. Ready? The first one, face your corner, do-sa-do. Okay, how many can do it without looking at your card now? Huh? Well, sure, I know some of you can. And that's what you're trying to develop. The knowledge and the experience of doing this so that it's up here, not on the card where you read it. You won't go to contras where you have to get out your card and say, face your corner, do-si-do, same lady swing. No. You want to know this when you get up there to do your job. And have a little professionalism in what you're doing. Practice before you go. Don't go with doubt in your mind. Okay? We're going to add 2 more counts. 2 more calls. Same 4-star right, star left, back to place. And we're going to do this whole contra. Get ready, go. Do, side, do. Same ladies swing whirl. Down the center, forward line. Wheel around, come back to the place. Okay, what you're doing now is a whole contra. So you're starting at the first phrase and going through 8 phrases, and that's a contra. Now the only thing you have to worry about, there are a few contras that won't need this, but you'll have to tell the people at the ends, if they're not aware of it, to cross over. Because after you dance the first sequence, the second couple becomes the top couple, and they can't dance because there's nobody there for them to dance with. So they wait out one sequence, and you have to tell them to cross over. And the same thing at the foot of the set, you'll have that if you've got even-numbered couples. So you usually say cross at the head and cross at the foot, and then keep going. And that cross of the head and cross of the foot would be given on the first 4 counts of your musical phrase. Not on the last 4, because you're using those for commands. But the first 4, you would do this. So you say, cross at the head and cross at the foot, face your corner, do-si-do. So you're adding all 8 counts there. You've got some type of call going, and you're starting the dance at the beginning then. Now, there are a number of dances that you do not have to call crossovers. They're automatic in the formation of the figures and the way they're put together and what they do with you and ends you up. You don't have to call a crossover. It's done for you as doing part of the dance. And we'll show you some of those when Bob gets up here to get you on the floor and get you to do some dancing. Right now, what I have done is normally what I do at the National Convention, except I spend more time on all of these points that we're making here. And then I would have every person in the group to get up and prompt a contra. Well, that's what you're here for, to learn how to prompt, isn't it? Well, by golly, then you're going to learn how. And normally I start my session and say, look, this is a student participation thing. If you don't want to participate, don't stay in here because you're wasting our time. We need the time for everybody who's here to get up on the mic and actually do this. And that's the way you learn it, is to get the microphone and try it. Do you have any questions on what we talked about here? Oh, a lot of questions. Start over here. Okay. Okay, 1 through 16 is A1. 17 through 32 is A2. 33 through 48 is B1. And 49 through 64 is B2. Okay? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
I think at times callers perhaps don't give dancers enough time to do things while they're dancing, and they're rushing around. And when they get into contra, they have 8 beats to do it, and they're done in 6, and they're standing there. And I think something has to be learned, that you do actually have time to do this and you're not in a rush. And so that's what I find some square dance people have trouble doing, is taking their time to get there where it's supposed to.
Do you know why? Do you know why this happens? Because in prompting, we're allowing them to start dancing on the first beat of the musical phrase and end on the 8. But in square dance calling, I start calling on the first, you start dancing on the second or third, and when you try to get to 8, when it takes 8 counts to do it, you only got 7 or 6 to do it, you hurry to get there. And you probably finish up on time, but you did it in 6 counts. And that's what mostly square dancers are doing. They're hurrying, they feel rushed or pushed because the callers are calling on the first beat of the musical phrase, not coming in on the last 4 beats of the previous musical phrase, and allowing yourself a total of 8 counts to dance. And the square dancers are not used to that. They're used to hurrying and pushing. And but in contra, you got to emphasize this. Look, let's dance to the music, folks. Don't hurry. Take your time. And as you start learning to call, you'll find that you can watch the floor, and if you see this happening, you say, slow down, gang, dance to the music, this type of thing, and control the flow over that. We had another question in the back. Way back in the back.
Okay, state your name before you ask your question.
My name's Arlita Van Gilder, and the question I have is, on the list it says Veer to Donegal. Is that the same as Slanch to
Yes.
Donegal?
Yes.
The same record?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Garland, I think, had a question.
Garland Smith from Richmond, Texas. I was just gonna add that there isn't anything to prevent you from prompting a square dance. I knew a guy who was a caller for 50 years, Johnny Wyckoff, and if you ever went to one of his dances, that was his calling style, and he got complete control of the dance and everybody was dancing to the music when Johnny called a dance. So I mean it isn't necessary to call on the beat. You can prompt.
If you become a prompter, you'll be a better caller because you're using the musical phrases more than the square dance caller will do it. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, Johnny was good. Any other questions? Okay, back to our moderator.
Okay. Well, we got Bob here, and he's got CDs all over the place up here. I think he's ready to go. But I think he wants you to dance, so let's give Bob this other microphone because it'll be a little easier. And here's Bob Howell.
Thank you. Hello? Oh, I'm alive. Good. How about a nice hand for that young man? Thank you, Stu. Bye, guys. Well done. Good, good, good. Yeah, you know, sitting is like traveling. It's very broadening. How about getting off your seats and on your feet? And I'd like to get a contra line down here, and particularly I'm going to use that end. No, this end is the head end, on account of because I'd rather look at the ladies than the gentlemen. That's it. Have I got you on the wrong side, huh? All right. Yeah. That's I want a proper set. I want a long line of gents. I think I had it correct. Yeah, it's as Ralph Page would say, you are dancing papa. Papa. Yeah. All right, good. Now, I find you're leading me. It couldn't have been a better lead-in, because the first thing I wanted to do was get you dancing, and I wanted to get you dancing on phrase. And Pappy Shaw had taught me years ago that there are three things you need to be a good caller. You need clarity, you need command, and finally you need rhythm. If you don't have rhythm, you are really in deep trouble. You all right now? Okay. Gosh, I thought it was about a year ago today. They were doing this all over my body. My son said he never saw anybody with as many tubes in them. But that's all right. We made it through, and I missed the first Caller Lab in my life. I couldn't stand up yesterday for all of them. But here we go. I've got you in a proper set. And to make sure that you're dancing to the phrase, would you do this for me? Will you take 3 little steps forward and clap your hands once? 1, 2, 3, clap. I want you to back up 3 steps now and clap twice. 1, 2, 3, clap, clap. I want you to pass your partner by the right shoulder, cross over, in 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn around and clap 3 times. Clap, clap, clap. I love that sound. That's almost as good as money, isn't it? Yeah, a little applause. Let's try that going the other way. 3 steps forward. Go 1, 2, 3, clap. Steady, Rock Island. Back. Just 3 and clap. Back up. 1, 2, 3. Clap, clap. Oh, you're going to start over? All right, let's start over then. I was going to keep on going where I was going. If you get me going backwards, I'm liable not to make it. All right, let's start. We're going back home, but 3 steps forward. Go. 1, 2, 3. Clap. Back up. 2, 3. Clap, clap. Over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clap, clap, clap. You got it. Now, all right, let's play a little bit. How about the head pair down there? The head couple going down the center of the set. Go. That's it. Now, I'd like for the rest of you, if you will, to make me a tunnel or an arch. Going all the way back. I'd give you the name of this dance. It's an old Irish dance, but the name is about 45 letters long. All right, it's now, I'm just going to call it the tunnel contra, as I think Jerry has done. All right, I want the lady to come up the tunnel and the gent up the outside. Good. Now I want the gent to go down the tunnel and the lady to go down the outside. That's it. You swing at the foot down there. Everybody else move up one place. You notice that wasn't mentioned before, but last night we had the problem with it. Can anybody tell me how many ships Columbus had when he left Portugal? No. He had 4. One of them fell off the end of the earth. And if you don't move up, the same thing is going to be that. You're going to be dancing right into the doggone wall. Well, you need a history lesson. Yeah. Let's move that head couple back up to the head of the set because they know exactly what they're doing. Let me just check this sucker to make sure I got it running. All right. Let's see what we've got. Let's hope, huh? Stop that. Oh, well, we're on for the coat, we're on for the tape, though. No, that's it. We'll just turn the volume down a little bit, that's all, but that's not the one I wanted anyhow. I mean, that's not the tune I wanted. Stay right where you are. Go back to where you were.
No.
Don't you want me to know?
No. That's the tape recorder for the session. So,
Yeah. Okay.
This thing will use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all I got to do is find number 23, and it isn't on this thing. How come I can't do that? All right. Okay. All right. Now, let me find the music I want, and we'll dance, I think. Well, let's change the music around. What the heck? Here we go. Let's put it on that way. Okay. Have we got everything mechanically fine now? All right, let's try number 8, and we'll see what we can do with it. Here we go. Let's play a little bit. Get ready. We're getting better. Not yet. Hold your horses. Good. All right, now there's no intro on this, so you're going to take 3 steps forward and clap. Get ready. Pardon? That was what you were what? All right. All righty, I think I've got it now. Let's do it. Get ready? You're going forward 3 and then clap your hands. Oh, ready? Forward. 1. Clap, back. Clap, clap. Over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Clap, back. 2, 3. Clap, clap. Over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clap, clap, clap. Down the center for me. Heads down the center. Look out. All right, make a tunnel. Lady up the tunnel. Chin up the outside. Go. Reverse it now. Swing at the foot. Everybody else move up one place. That's it. Everybody stop. Freeze. That's exactly what I want, because I'll tell you what, you can take any square dancer and you can make them a contra dancer in just a matter of minutes if you'll do this routine. Because they can't mess up. Otherwise they rock 2 steps up and rock back again, and you've defeated the whole purpose of the thing. All right. Good. All right. I got the shindig down. Let's go to 217. Here we go. I did a waltz last night. I used a little waltz rhythm. This morning I'm going to take you back to... Good morning, sir. Please. Keep it going if you can. That's it. Yes. I'm going to take you back to 1802. Yeah. What was the name of the lady in that movie? Was it Pride and Prejudice? Jane Austen. Jane Austen. I only have one at a time. Now, would you do this for me? I would like for the join hands, 4 hands from the top. 4 hands from the top. 2 little circles of people. That's it. Good. The top end is down where Bill is down there, and the bottom end is down here where Cal is down here. And you're still in a proper set now, which was most of the dancing at that time period, or in that period of time. All right, I want you, if you will, all 4 of you make me a right-hand star. Star by the right. Go. Change hands. Come back by the left. Good. All right. Stop. Freeze right there. Now I want the active couple, or the top couple, the left. That's it. Top couple, join hands for me. And you're going to chasse. Oh, I'm in Texas. No, I don't want just the top. I mean the top couple in each group of 4. I'm sorry. That's what I thought I said. But I didn't. No, listen. Some of you ought to try to write choreography sometime. It's the most difficult thing in the whole wide world. But now, I'm going to give it to you as long as we're in Texas. I'm going to say it vulgarly. Sachet. No. All right, stop. Go on back. Now I'm going to give it to you in French, which makes it more elegant. And all I want is about a 4-inch chasse. Just a little with a side draw. 4 of them. Go. Did about 4 inches. Oh, you still went too many. All right, you should be just below the couple below you if you went 4 little ones. Now, I want you to go back in 2 big ones, go up the set in 2 big ones, and you're going to cast off unassisted, go around the person below you. There's your progression. And everybody now, give your partner your right hand, look your partner right in the eye, and give her, I see all sorts of hands, Indian hand wrestling and all. Gents, just offer them a hand, palm up, and ladies, put your hand in their hand. Palm down very gently. That's it. And you're going to balance forward, way up. Stop that. Back up. Now, it's getting better, isn't it? All right, well, no, this is dancing in those days was done with a lot of love, because you couldn't do it otherwise, because there's some of y'all looking over your shoulder. Now, I want you to boxinette, looking her in the eye. Uh-oh. Boxinette back again. There's nothing more wonderful in this world, as I say, than watching a woman squat. And if you come at a woman right here with this arm straight, there's only one thing she can do, and that's this. She's got to get down here and turn under. So if you will, stand tall. Get that thing up in the air, and by golly, you can make this look like a boxinette. Do it. but looking in each other's eyes as long as you can. Change hands for me. I'm going to give you another call that hasn't been around for years. Swat the flea. You're going to balance forward. You got to balance forward first and back. Up and back. Now swat the flea. Good. Now, gentlemen. Gentlemen, you're going to go diagonally to your right. Diagonally to your right to the right-hand lady. Now, that leaves a person on each end, on each line out for just a moment. But all the gents go to the right-hand lady and turn them with the right, all the way around. You're still looking her in the eye? That's it. Now, go back home, everybody, and turn your partner with the left hand round. And you have just done the Duke of Kent's waltz. Erase. Go back home. Go back home. Move back up one, and let's dance it, shall we? Now, this is a waltz contra, too. We did one last night, and you did it beautifully. Let's see what we can do with it today. Here we go. Bow to your partner. Make a right-hand star in fours. Back, left. That's it. Chasse actives. Down. Go down. Little ones. Oh, you're going much too far. Now come back in two and cast off. Unassisted. You're really screwing this thing up. Clock. Forward, up. Back. Box and act. Change hands. Forward, up. And back. Swat the flea. Gentlemen, to the right-hand lady with the right. Right-hand lady, right. Your partner by the left. That's it. Hold it right there. All right, now let's dance it. All right, let's give the second couple up there, or the inactives, a chance to dance it once through, and we'll put it all together. Get ready. Here we go. Actives now. Or the new, let's make the second couple active for the moment, or the previous inactives. Give me a right-hand star. That's it. Now, all four of you. All four of you. That's it. That's it. And I don't care. Generally, just the hands up at this time. We didn't use a saddle strap or any of that. And can you still meet contact with your partner's eyes? Sure you can, if you look back over your shoulder a little bit. All right, star right. Go. 1 and 2 and 3. Change hands. Come back with the left. Left hand back. Going to get you back home. Are you ready? Now that active couple, and I don't want you to chasse more than about 3 inches each time. Go. Draw. Kind of, canter it if you can. 3 of them. Oh, you're still going pretty. Now, come back up in 2 and cast off. Unassisted. Go round 1. That's it. Inactives move up. Face your partner. Give them the right hand. Right hand to your partner. Balance way up. And back. Box and at. I saw that, Dick. Change hands. Way up. And back. Swat the flea. Now, gentlemen, to the right-hand lady with the right. Right-hand lady with the right. That's it, all the way around. Now, turn your partner by the left all the way around. And if you ain't got it now, you ain't gonna get it from me. Turn off your brains, turn on your feet, and let's dance it. Question. Well, I'll tell you what, my wife almost went home in tears the first time that Pappy Shaw ever yelled at her, because we were doing a waltz, and he said, "Stop it! You're doing the ignoramus waltz." And she started crying. She said, "I want to go home, I want to go home." And he had a big, booming voice. Yeah, I had taught in elementary school to do step, close, step, the old ignoramus waltz, as Pappy always referred to it. A waltz is a step, step, close, step, step, close. But on this one, I really could care less, as long as you're taking 3 little steps, and as long as you're with the rhythm. Okay. You trying to figure out a waltz? Well, I tell you, you're lucky Pappy's not around anymore, or he'd get you. All right. Am I right, Cal? I said, Shaw, blow her out of the hall. Oh, here we go. Let's do it. Let's just dance it and embellish it, make it look pretty. On account of that's what you really want to do anyhow. Yeah. Take your time on this one, too. I've slowed it down just a titch. All right, are we ready? Okay, here we go. Nice and smooth and easy. Ready? Bow to your partner. Make a right-hand star. Go. Four-handed. 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 Back left. Don't improvise. Do as you're told. Actives. Chasse. Little tiny steps. Little ones. Now Go back up in two big ones. Cast off, unassisted. Everybody with your partner, right hand. Way up and back. Box and out. Change hands. Up. Swat the flea, left hand. Gentleman to the right hand, lady with the right. Right hand, lady, right. All the way around. Partner by the left. And there we go. Still the same active couples. Star right below, 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 below. The four in the middle are doing it. Back with the left. You people are going to have to pretend. Chasse actives, go. Canter it. That's it. Easy. Now come up. Cast off. Everybody with your partner. Right hand. Way up and back. Box and out. Change hands. Look what's beginning to happen. Swat the flea. To the right hand, lady with the right. You're beginning to turn off me and turn on the music. Now your partner's all with the left. Partner left. You're on at the head now. Ready. Make a right hand star below. Forehand. Back left. And the active couples now. Chasse. Four little tiny ones. 1, 2. Less than that. Now come back up in two. Cast off, unassisted. Inactives, move up. Everybody, partner right. Way up and back. Box and out. Change hands. Left hand up. Swat the flea. To the right hand lady with the right. Right hand lady right. Back to your partner by the left. Turner. From the top, same active couple with the one below. Star right in the middle there. Right. No, right. Back with the left. Active couple, just the actives. Chasse down. Down. Just the actives. Now come back. Up. Cast off, unassisted, and everybody with the right hand. Ready. Way up and back. Box and that. Change hands. Swat the flea. To the right hand, lady right. To the right. Now your partner by the left. Partner left. And now you're on at the head. Actives. Go. Right hand star below. Right hand. Back left. That's it. Actives. Chasse. Oh, yes. We're dancing. Good. Back up in two. Cast off. Unassisted. Inactives. Move up. And everybody with your partner right. Way up. And back. Box and out. Change hands. Swat the flea. To the right hand lady with the right. Right hand lady right. And now your partner by the left. You're beginning to dance, folks. You're on. Just that. Four in the middle. Star right. Right. Back left. Active chasse. Everybody with your partner right. Up. If you want to smooch in that one, go ahead. I won't look. Swat the flea. To the right hand lady right. Right hand lady right. Partner by the left. Now we've got active couples. One more time through. Get ready. Forehand star. Go. Right. Almost missed the bus. Back with the left. Active couples. Chasse. Nice and easy. Yes. Oh, God love you. Back, cast off, unassisted. Get ready. Everybody, right hand, balance. Way up and back. Box and out. Change hands. Forward. Swat the flea. To the right hand, lady right. Partner by the left. And everybody bow to your own. Beautiful. See, we began to dance, didn't we? You know what began to happen? No, really. You know what began to happen? You began to dance to the music. And in Contra, you don't listen to some fool like me. You dance to the music and don't pay any attention. You get the pattern, and after you once... If you'll notice last night when I did that little Contra line dance, halfway through, I just set the microphone off, and I went out and sat down and let you just dance, which you're supposed to be doing. Anybody else want to join on? I want to do one more, and I'm going to turn the mic back. Bill, have you had it? Yes.
It's hard to dance on,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah, you kill yourself. I want to do one more and I'm going to quit. See if we can get enough up here. I'd like to do something more current. Nobody else? How about recruiting? You want to go out in the hall and drag in about 6 people? No, that's a nice part of Contra, too. And the other part of Contra that I like so well is we can walk in at any time during the evening, jump on the end of the line, and we can dance. We don't have to wait for 3 other couples. We just start right in and move up the set. Yeah. As Stu said, I better tell you why you don't get on the head of the set, because you're going to have about 150 people that'll bash your head in. You always join on at the foot of the set. Always. All right. Now, well, we'll dance with 3 couples. That's enough, unless I can get one more. I'd like one more so that we can get an oh, thank you. Let's give them a hand. God love you. Really, you folks don't know how much I appreciate this. There, now you got it. Now, that last stuff was pretty heavy, and it really was. Right now, I'm going to do something very current. With the couple number 1, pair number 1 crossover, number 3 crossover, number 5 crossover, 7, 11, 123, and keep on going. You that have crossed over are my active couples. Those below you are on down the set are my inactive. Now, it's a complete misnomer in current Contra dancing, because most of us try to keep everybody dancing. In 1802, you'll notice that, well, that one was done with alternate or every other, but many times they're triples, and you went down the outside, you come back up. Of course, you went down the inside, you come back up, and halfway through the music, the inactives hadn't done a doggone thing, and you were in 3s, so it meant you didn't dance very often during the evening. You had a chance to breathe. All right, now, if you will, would you face your corner or your neighbor, depending on which you'd rather have? That's it. Now, we got one couple at the foot that is in metamorphosis, right? We used to say they're dead at the head or dead at the foot, but somebody objected to that. And one guy said, I think the dead one is up at the microphone. All right. Now, I'm going to call this thing, and I'm not going to have you walk it. I'm going to see if I can do it without you walking it. I may be making a horrible mistake, but that's all right. I'm going to gamble. There we go. Let's play with this just a little bit. Where am I?
While he's looking at his music.
Yep.
Notice there were a lot of people having difficulty with active and inactive in that last dance. And you need to realize that as you come to the head, the top of the set, you become active. If you're inactive moving up the set, you become active and move down the set. So when you get to the top, you become active and you have to listen to the active commands. When you come to the bottom of the set, you become inactive and you start moving back up and you have to listen for the inactive part. And if you don't listen for those parts and that change when you hit the top or the bottom, then is when you start having the problem of, I don't know what I'm doing, because you do change what you do at that point in the dance.
I had a girlfriend in high school that, when she graduated, worked both sides of the street. So when you get to one end, cross over and work the other side of the street. That's a joke, folks. All right, here we go. Let's play with this a little bit and see what you look like. The music I'm using is Life Goes On, or a lady said, oobla-dee, oobla-da, huh? Let's play with it. Face your corner. With a corner, do-si-do, go. Same lady, swing. Now put her on the right, face down in 4s. 4s go down, and you two at the end better look out. Down the California twirl. Come along back, you're gonna bend the line, and the lady's chain. Chain them back to a left-hand star. Star by the left, by the left, by the left. Change hands, back by the right. Now face a brand new one below. New corner. Go. Do-si-do with a brand new corner. Same lady swing. Put her on the right. Go down in 4s. 4s down you go. California twirl. Let her come along back. Come on back. Bend the line on the lady's chain. Cross at the head over there. Get ready. Chain them back to by the left. Come back by the right. You're on at the head. Get ready, corner. Do-si-do, go. Swing. Down in fours. California twirl. Come along back, same sweet girl. Bend the line on the lady's chain. Chain them back. Star left. Back by the right. Cross the foot. There you go. Corner. Go side with the corner lady. Same lady swing. Gonna put her on the right. Fours down. Go. Travel on down. California twirl. Turn it under. Come on back. Don't rush it. Bend the line and change. It's not a Russian dance. I wrote it. Chain them back. Do a left-hand star. All right. Back by the right. Cross the head. Everybody freeze. All right, cross over at the head. All I want to do is do the same dance, but I just want to change the music because I haven't done this as yet. I've now used something quite contemporary. Many people do not like it. They think that I'm not a traditionalist because I use something that is just a little bit different, but like modern music. And many people like to do this to the old Scottish and Irish and New England dance music, and I like them all. So I was kind of a maverick for a long time, and one person out there absolutely forbid me to do a dance to it, and Dorothy Shaw said, "Sit down, let them do it." And then we recorded it. Dorothy was a pretty powerful little lady. All right, now, here we go. Same dance. Face your corner. And this was done by a 16-year-old kid. He's probably in his 50s now. But Gordon Petullo was about 16 years old when he recorded it. And this is Scottish music done, well, he's playing the accordion, but I hope you like it. It's one of my favorites. Here we go. Do it well. I'll tell you what. I'll let you breathe. Mess it up, and you're going to do it over and over and over. I sound like an old school teacher, don't I, huh? Yep. Spent a few years at it. If I can make this thing go. Ready? Corner, dose it out. Third, swing. Thank you. Fours down, go. California twirl. Come back. Just bend the line, and the ladies change. Chain back. I've changed the flavor, haven't I? Star left, flows right, molasses in the summertime. Come back by the right, cross at the foot, get ready to go with a brand new one. Low, do-si-do. With her, swing. Put her on the right, down in fours. Turn her under, California girl, come home. Bend the line and change. Chain back to a left hand, but let it flow right into a star. Back with the right. You're on at the head. Get ready. Go. Do-si-do. Swing. Fours down. California twirl. Come on back. Bend the line. Change. Don't rush it. Full count. And back. Make a left hand side. Come back to the right. Cross at the foot. One more time, folks. Turn off your brains. Just dance it. Go! Charge. Down. Down in fours. California twirl. You forgot so soon. Bend and change. And back. Star left. Come on back. Everybody face your partner and you bow real low. Thank you for your indulgence. God love you. You were dancing. What is that called? The name? I'll tell you the name of the dance. It's called It's called Howl's Break. My name is Bob Howell, and I wrote it.
Okay. One.
Yeah, that was a jig. That was a wasn't it? Yeah, I think it's that was a reel.
Something that we should. Thank you for getting up and dancing. And one of the things that you should be aware of, and I will make a couple of comments. Did you listen to how Bob was prompting? Because since this is how to prompt Contra, a session on that. Did you listen to how Bob was prompting it so you knew exactly when to start? You folks were having more trouble with the pattern than you were hearing the call or the prompt. Because the prompt was coming at the same time and at the time it was supposed to come relative to what Stu showed you a few minutes ago. And Bob is a master at that, and one of the things that you do, and you start off doing the prompting as Stu showed you earlier, where you're using 5, 6, 7, 8 to give the prompt. In time, once you've prompted it and the dancers are beginning to get it, in contra dancing, you begin to provide less of the prompt. So you may, on the 8th count, say swing, rather than say same girl swing. So you may drop out to the point where you're giving only the prompt that is necessary. The word, they know what's coming, but they just need a little reminding. And then, after you do that a couple of times, you drop out completely and let the dancers just do the dance to the music. Now, in the square dance world, we've done a great job of training our dancers to listen to us continuously and to not remember anything. And that's actually a disadvantage. Because in the contra world, you want to get them the idea of the dance with either a walkthrough or the first time you prompt it through. And then you want to be able to remind them again, and then, as some people say, you want to get out of the way as the leader and leave the dance and the music as the experience. And for those of us who are callers, that's another thing that I found that I was challenged by, because I didn't want to get out of the way, or I didn't realize that I should. More than I didn't want to, I didn't realize that I should get out of the way. I thought, well, I was an integral part of the contra, of the dance. And contra dancers don't want that. They want you to get out of the way as soon as they have the dance. And then when I say get out of the way, I mean shut up. And that's something that's very difficult to learn. We have a little bit of time for questions. Do we have some questions? Let's see if we can get this microphone and in the back of the hall. There's one here.
It's Terry Lewis again from Nova Scotia. Would the people that were inactive automatically cross over? Or do you wait for the cue for that in that particular dance? And also, we have to counter dance out of the way when those lines are coming down towards us. If we're on the we were on the.
I think I feel qualified to answer both of those questions. The second one first. If you stand still, you will be run over. So the answer is you better counter dance out of the way. Many people, in fact, turn and go down with them, and turn alone and come back up with them. They'll counter dance the one-person version of what everyone else is doing in a line of 4. So it depends a lot on what the dance is. Whether the prompter says cross at the head or cross at the foot, if the dance is that you are going to do that, you do that somewhere in the time when you're inactive, while you're not dancing, the dead at the head, dead at the foot time. Okay, we only had the inactives first at the foot and then at the head because we had an odd number of couples. If it had an even number of couples, there would have been one at the foot and one at the head, and then they would have both become active again, etc. Garland? I'm sorry. I understood the question to be, is this something that the caller needs to call, or is it something that he tells the dancers, or is it just understood? In other words,
it is sometimes prompted, but most often, especially after the dance gets started, it is left out. It is just something that is automatic.
Mona Cannell, Dayton, Ohio. When you learn all these new skills about prompting contras, what's the best way to work it into your home program so you can practice and so that you can develop contra dancers?
Stu? Bob? Go ahead.
A few years ago, is this on? Yeah. Can you hear me? A few years ago, the traditional and Contra committee had a project that they voted on. Let's make a Contra prompter's handbook that tells you how to implement Contra to a square dance club that's already in existence, how to introduce Contra dancing to a square dance class when you're first starting, and I forget what the third was, 3 areas. And everybody in the committee provided input to this thing, and we put it together, and after we had it edited and everything, sent it out to everybody, let them check it and re-edit, we presented it to the board and said, here's our Contra Prompter's Handbook. We would like for you to publish this and give it to everybody who's interested in Contra. They said, no, we can't publish that. That'll be infringing on other people's area. So I said, okay, I'll publish it. So I did. And I published it under the Kentucky Dance Institute. It is available, but it is the product that was developed as a result of the committee at CALLERLAB. And it's called the Contra Prompter's Handbook, which talks about how to get it into square dance classes, how to get it into square dance clubs. So if any of you are interested, it is available.
It appears that we are out of time as far as our regulation time. We'd be more than happy to answer questions and have dialogue with you, but we run to 10:15 or whatever, 10:15, and that's supposed to be when we cut off. So feel free. Thank you, Bob Howell, Stu Shacklette, and thank you all for coming.